What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos, and today we're bringing you another battle chamber. I'm bringing you a Vegeta versus Mecha Frieza. I believe it's a Mecha Frieza Ape variant. Vegeta has been successful in the past against other yellow leaders, as you saw in my previous video against Ginyu GT. So let's see how he fares against Mecha Apes. Apes themselves are pretty good calls or meta calls to aggro decks, especially aggro decks that rely heavily on their leader attacks because of all the blockers that they can essentially not waste but use in turn as a negate, as a pseudo negate. So basically, when you're playing an aggro strategy against an ape variant, you want to try to blow them out as soon as you can. So you definitely want to try to do all your damage by like turn 3 or 4. Because once they get to their 5th energy in the later games, they can sustain and they're able to put multiple apes on board that are going to be restanding with Planet Vegeta, that are going to have barrier because of King Vegeta. So, you just kind of want to blow them out as soon as possible. Mecha Frieza still is a pretty good leader for an ape variant because it has access to defensive cards for free. You're still playing free Bloodlust, you're still playing free Nimbus, free Crusher Ball. So those cards can, kind of wreck, so to speak, an aggro strategy because early game you're only putting a couple threats out per turn, so to speak. Once you start maximizing your output of threats, you're only maybe putting 3 on board at a time, whereas March of the Great Apes can just put 2 apes out, right away. So we'll see how it goes. They're just placing their energy, start of game procedure. It looks like Mecha Frieza is going to be going first here. And let's see how we do with this matchup here. It's a red-blue Vegeta aggro, and against I believe it's mono-yellow Mecha Apes. So let's see how it goes. So Vegeta starts, charges a Boo, activates effect, draw a card, and looks like he's going to pass. Mecha Frieza is going to draw for turn. Let's see what he decides to charge here. Charging again, it's the hardest part of the game, especially early. He's going to charge an explosive, so it's 1 yellow energy, tap for Bulma, draw a card. It looks like he passes turn to Vegeta, draw for turn. Let's see what energy he chooses to charge here. He's going to charge a red Mighty Mass, so he's got 1 blue, 1 red energy. Is he going to activate Leader Skill? Let's see. Yep, he's going to activate Leader Skill, giving himself crit. Tap a blue to play Boo, draw a card. Great, replaces itself. Swing at leader, Nimbus. So he free Nimbus essentially with the Mecha Frieza leader. So it stops the attack. You don't want to take any crit damage. Pass turn. Mecha Frieza charges a Bardock Ape. Iron Will. So he's got 2 yellow energies up. And he's at, looks like 7 life to 6 life. Let's see what he decides to do here for his turn. Looks like he just passes. You gonna pass? Just charge and pass? No, that can't be that. Yeah, charge and pass. Alright. Vegeta's gonna draw for turn on tap. Let's see what he decides to charge here. So he's got 1 blue, 1 red. Let's see what he decides to double up on here. Obviously, ideally, you want to have 2 blues and 2 reds charged, as early as possible. So he's going to charge another Boo, take a life, putting himself down to 5 life. He's going to swing at leader with 10k crit. Roshi negate. Roshi is such a great card. I'm going to tap 1, play the Kaba, swing at leader, no counters, activate effect. Awaken, draw 2. Kaba is now 15k double strike to leader. And that's it. Counting life, see how much damage he's going to potentially do here. And Vegeta is now awakened, so every turn he's putting pressure on the opponent with a 15k leader, and he's drawing cards. So Mecha's just going to take those 2, putting himself down to 5 life. You don't want to over-defend too early in the game because you don't want to waste cards, so it's going to pass turn. Mecha's going to draw restand, and let's see what he decides to charge this turn. Turn 3 is a big turn because things can start going south very quickly, especially if you're playing against an aggro leader like Vegeta, because you can essentially, what's the word I'm looking for? Manipulate your energy to benefit you by playing low-cost cards or cards that have restand ability, so that you're recycling energy. That's what makes blue leaders so good, because they have access to unyielding spirit trunks, which untaps energy. So he's going to charge a Preface of Recovery Son Goku, giving him 2 yellows and 1 blue energy. And this is a big turn here. He's at 5 life, so he just needs to go down 1 more to awaken. I don't know if he has the ability to self-inflict here. But you can't make any mistakes against an aggro deck, because if you make the wrong play or if you tap yourself out and you don't have energy to play negates or combos, you essentially lose. That's just how it works. So Mecha Frieza is going to attack into Kaba, 10k to 5k. No counters by Vegeta. He's going to combo the Roshi to put himself to 15, and he's just going to throw that Kaba in the drop area. You're already awakened. Frieza's going to pass. Vegeta's going to draw on tap, and let's see what he decides to charge. This is a big turn right here. Turn 4 is a pretty big turn. You can do a lot of damage turn 4 if you've played correctly. So charges are red, so he's got 2 red, 2 blue energies. Essentially, that's it. Once you charge your 4th energy, there's really no need for anything else. He's going to take a life to give himself crit, swing at leader, 15k crit, auto draw. Doesn't look like there's any counters. He's going to tap a red to play Furthering Destruction Champa and the combo Boo. So essentially he goes up to 25, 30k double strike critical to Mecha Frieza. And at this point, he's going to combo an Unyielding as well, putting him at 35 double strike critical. And at this point, if you're on defense, it's just too many cards to combo. So unfortunately, you have to take those 2 damage and send them to the drop. He untaps the Legic as part of the Unyielding effect. And yeah, you're just gonna, unfortunately, have to take those 2 hits there, because you don't want to lose the hand advantage game. So Vegeta's gonna tap 4 energies, 2 reds, 2 blues to play. Foreseeing hit, and right away, Bloodlust. Yeah, I mean, Foreseeing hit is such a powerful card, because essentially you can map out your opponent's next 2 turns and just look at their hand, and knowledge is power. So it's okay. He's still gonna swing with a 20k body to leader, play an Unyielding to untap a Boo. So hit is now 25k single strike, and he's going to play another Unyielding, so he's now 30k single strike to leader, and he's going to untap a red energy. So he's going to leave it there. He's going to play a Preface, so he goes up to 35k single strike. Mecha is going to awaken, draw 2 cards. Let's see if he decides to combo out, or if he decides to take that single strike. This could be a very important decision here, because you don't want to put yourself in double strike range knowing that your opponent can play a 1-drop Kaba for extreme amounts of value, because essentially it's a 1-drop threat with double strike that could end the game. So you kind of want to make sure you know what you're doing here as far as taking damage, putting yourself in lethal range. But he does take the damage. Looks like Vegeta's going to Overwhelm for Fu, tap 1, draw 2 cards. He's probably just waiting for a response here to see if there's going to be any counterplay, like a Bloodlust or a Crusher Ball or whatnot. But Fu is very dangerous late game. The ability to draw 2 cards and put a 25k double strike body on board is insane. It's just insane. Back when Set 1 came out, everybody loved Princess Speed Vegeta for that fact, because essentially it was a 5-drop with double strike and drew 2 cards. Food does it 100 times better. So he is going to activate the Bloodlust, putting himself down to 1. Doesn't want his opponent to draw 2 cards here, but you're pretty much in game over state right here. So he's going to swing with Fu, 25k, single strike. He's going to tap a yellow to play a Roshi and negate the attack. And why the Roshi is not on board, I have no idea. Did he negate the attack? Yeah, he negated the attack. He just sent the Roshi to the drop area instead of playing him on the field. That could be a crucial misplay, because it's 5k less combo that you have on board, but we'll see how it plays out. Vegeta's gonna pass turn. And here we go. Let's see what happens, because now turn 4 in an ape variant is your power turn, because you essentially play your march. You get your two apes and you draw a card. You draw two cards. So he's charging an Iron Will. He's playing a Planet Vegeta to search for a 4 or less Saiyan, adding it to hand. You can get Shigesh. You can add any apes. He chooses to add Preface of Recovery Son Goku, which is the BCC promo. Usually the cute combo play in an ape variant or any type of yellow leader is you Shugesh into Preface and you untap 2 energies. It's a very good play. Which is probably what's going to happen here, just to extend, being able to restand those 4 energies to play a March or something. So he's going to Overwhelm, tap 1 for Mass Saiyan. He's going to destroy the hit. Puts a double strike 20k on board. That's a threat. I mean, Vegeta only has 1 active energy, so swing with Mecha, auto draw a card. No negates, or no counters rather, from Vegeta. Let's see if he decides to combo here. Shugesh into Preface on tap 2. That's a great play. Putting a lot of pressure on board here. 25k to leader, single strike. Let's see what Vegeta's going to do. He's going to take that 1 damage, putting himself in lethal range. Now he's got to be careful here because Mass Saiyan is a double striker. He plays the March, taps the 4, plays the 2 apes, the 2 Prince Vegeta from Dash Pack. Great card. Essentially, it's probably your best ape target because it does critical damage. He's going to draw 2 cards off of the March. And he's got plays here. He has tons of threats on board to his opponent only having 1 energy open for shenanigans. So let's see how this works out. It's not looking good for Vegeta right now. So he's going to swing Vegeta Ape, 20k critical into leader, attack, combo with Bulma, 25k crit into leader. Obviously no counters, but let's see if he decides to take the 1 critical damage or combo out. I don't know exactly how many cards he's got in his hand, but usually at this point in the game, Vegeta decks will have cards in their hand. So he decides to take those single strike critical damage. He's going to swing with the other crit ape Vegeta. No counters. Let's see if he decides to combo here. Remember that Roshi was sent to the drop area last turn, so essentially that could have been another 5k. Vegeta decides to tap out to play Unbreakable to combo up to 25 and draw a card. Alright, so slowly just dwindling each other down. Swing with Preface, 15k barrier to leader. Doesn't look like there's of course there's no counters. Let's see if there's any combos. No combos, so Vegeta just needs to combo 5k to get to 20, and here we go. This is the big one of the turn here. 20k double strike. No combos, so Vegeta just slaps down that 1 super combo Piccolo draw card, essentially losing no hand advantage and surviving the turn, and Mecha is just going to pass, and let's see if Vegeta can get over those 2 blockers that he has on board there. Let's see what happens. This might be the turn here. 4 energy open, and your opponent is tapped out, so you know they're not going to be able to play a Bloodlust. So essentially, you know your plays are going to be successful. He taps 1 blue to play Energy Boost Majin Buu to draw a card. He did not charge energy that turn, so he's staying at 4. 2 blue, 2 red. Swing with leader. Auto draw, block. And he is, I'm pretty sure at that point you're just baiting out the blockers because you're not going to combo. Oh, it looks like he does. Oh, it combos to restand an energy. That makes sense. Breaking even, killing the Vegeta. Okay, so it doesn't seem like a bad play because now you have essentially recycled your energy, so you can do another play here. Okay, so he taps the 1 energy to bring out Preface, because Preface is essentially 3 energies, 2 blues and 1 random. But when he comes out, he untaps 2. So he just tapped the red, and he would have untapped the 2 blue energy. So essentially, Preface comes out for 1 energy. So we have a Preface and a Buu on board. He's going to bring out the Haru Haru for free, essentially. Because the yellow leader, he gets to restand 4 energies. So essentially it comes out for free. Swing at leader, 15k critical. Obviously there's no counters. And it doesn't look like Mecha's going to declare a blocker, which is very strange. But you are playing against yellow, so you do have to account for the Shugesh explosive play. So and there it is, yeah. Haru goes up to 25k, drawing a card, and the response is Shugesh Explosive. So there's another blocker on board. So this is essentially where you have to kind of calculate and see what your opponent has in your hand. Because you can only put so many threats per turn, you have to make sure that you play it essentially, I want to say perfect. So he's going to swing at leader with a boo. Now, essentially, this is an all or nothing play because you can always over combo and do the 1 damage, but you want to bait out, you want to bait out the blockers exactly. So that's fine. Swing with preface to leader. No counters. Let's see if he activates blocker. He does, and probably just keep it a wash that way. You still have 4 energy open. There are no more blockers to exhaust on board. Opponent looks to only have 3 cards in hand. He's going to tap 2 blue energies to play. Oh, Sun Goten. A 15k 2-drop, swing at leader. Looks like he... Oh, and that looks to be the game, guys. Oh, my lord. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that was a quick one. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll see you in the next video.